Hi everyone, I'm Eileen. I'm from School of Material Science and Engineering, and today I'm here to answer some questions, and I have a guest with me, Bob, who is also enjoying his little snack while we are doing this. So the first question that I have is to introduce myself. So I am formerly an MSE student, and I've been with MSE for the past 10 years as a faculty, and I'm still here for quite a while. So why MSE? I guess this question is directed more to students looking to come to MSE. I think MSE is a very small but closely knit community. I think students can interact with the faculty. They get to ask as many questions as they want, such as like in this kind of a platform. And I think material science and engineering in NTU is one of the strongest subjects in the world. So if you're thinking to pursue a career in material science, in engineering, then MSE is the place for you. So the most memorable moment in MSE, actually I have no idea. I've been here way too long, so everything seems kind of short. So actually I should not answer this one. Reasons for pursuing postgraduate studies. Okay, so when I was 19, I was actually intrigued by the fax machine. So they brought me to the fax, and the first thing that I saw was a scanning electron microscope. So that was the reason why I actually chose material science and engineering. That was my only choice as well. So I kind of never looked back afterwards. And I think after coming to MSE, I realized that's a reasonable choice because I'm really interested in science. I'm really interested in material science and engineering as well. So I went overseas in my PhD and then came back here to material science and engineering and continue my journey being a scientist, being a teacher, and most importantly, being part of the MSE family. Studying tips, good one. I think a lot of you may be thinking that you can spot certain topics, but again, I think there is no one that can master everything, so I guess the key word is to study smart and study a lot. What is in your mind when setting up question paper? Well, I think this is probably $1 million question. Actually, I think about a lot of things. Primarily also because, how am I going to make you guys understand, what are the stuff that I'm talking about in class. And I think because MSE is, the top university in the world, we're going to have some standards, in terms of making sure that the assessments test, the students' understanding and that they are able to graduate as one of the top engineering graduates. So, nothing particular there. What will you be now if you're not a prof? Maybe a newscaster. I always wanted to be an anchor, giving news. I think this is kind of obvious. I'm kind of still talking a lot to myself most of the time, so that is kind of relevant. How to score well in your tests? Please set easier questions. You know that the second part is not going to happen, right? So the first part, I think, make sure that you attend all my tutorials, all my lectures. Make sure that you pay attention to class discussions. And I'm sure there's a good reputation out there that, you cannot spot questions like any of the come. Day in the life of a professor. I think you may think that the professor or, someone who's working in MSE, I don't know what you guys are thinking about what we are doing on a daily basis, other than thinking of questions to, torture the students. Maybe we're also thinking of new ways to actually engage you guys in class. To think of new tools we can use to make the class less boring, more interesting, such as games, Kahoot, things like that. So I think that's kind of what I'm thinking about on a daily basis. Obviously, after work, then I believe in work-life balance as well. So I do things that make myself happy, such as baking, yoga, stuff like that. The group of people who are important to you in MSE. Okay, so I think MSE, like I said, is a very close-knit community. So we actually do work closely with one another, the faculty. We talk quite a bit, we are always happy to collaborate, we share stuff, equipment, knowledge, even tips on how to get students to do better in the test. So I think the colleagues in MSE are great. Some of them were my teachers, are still my teachers, when I was a student. So these are the people that kind of helped me to be where I am today. Okay. Favorite student? Don't have. Favorite mentor? Favorite mentor? Okay, so I think when I was an undergrad, I did my final year project under Prof. Marjan. And I think he was the one who single-handedly made me feel like being him. So that's why also I went to do a PhD and then eventually returned here. And so in my years of interacting with him, I think he has really influenced me a lot in terms of what I feel that I have to be as a teacher, what can I bring to the school, and I think as a person as well, what kind of person I want to be, both professionally as well as personally. So Professor Marjan would be my favorite mentor. Future plans, well, other than setting more difficult CA questions, I think future plans really is to really just think of new interesting ways to improve my teaching. I really like teaching. I hope you guys see that as well, and that I hope you guys will enjoy the process and to be able to feel that learning is actually a personal thing that you can do, not just within the classroom, but also when you graduate as well, in any aspect of your life. Favorite alcohol? Wine, white wine. Tell us your secret look for looking young and my skincare routine. Okay, I think this is $1 million question as well, other than the other one. So I don't have any secret, sorry, maybe wine. But I think the whole idea here is balance. Work-life balance is important, having to eat healthily, exercise, de-stress, in whatever ways that you're thinking about would really be the key to looking young. Of course, having good materials knowledge on what skincare and cosmetics to use is also helpful. So last but not least, last words to end off. So I think this video is really just to share a little bit more about MSE faculty, and that you may think that we're a really scary bunch of people, but actually we're not. And if you're thinking to come to material science and engineering to pursue your degree, then I think this is really a fantastic place to kickstart your career. And I hope to see you guys around if you decide to come to one of my classes, and that's it.
Very smooth.